It is Omaha to Evansville. It's Omaha to normal. So go ahead, guys.
I guess the first order of the day is you go from scoring 17 runs to falling in a 6-1 hole. How did you, or what did you think sparked your offense today to kind of get rallying a little bit there?
Well, you know, we warned our team against that, you know, and sometimes as young players, you know, you think that there's going to be a carryover, that you have, you know, 14-run lead starting the next day, the next game, and give them a lot of credit. You know, the kid at the Grand Slam, the busted open. I think the big hit was Jake Holt hitting the 2-run homer to get to 6-3. I think once the game got to 6-3, I think our offense felt like it had a chance. And then once we got into their bullpen, you know, their bullpen is not quite as good as as their starters, so it made a difference. But Jake Holt's 2-run homer really gave us a burst of energy I thought that we needed in that first game.
What have you noticed about your players' mentality during games when, you've been down in a lot of your wins and still managed to fight back? Helps to have a good offense, but I just wonder, what have you noticed about your guys and the way they've approached it in the dugout despite being down?
Well, the key today in that first game was Ben Dosler, you know, because when Ben comes in, it's, you know, 6-1. We actually made a mistake base running in the first inning that cost us a run. We had a run and hit on, and the runner didn't go, and then Jake hits into a double play. If the runner goes on that, Jake doesn't hit into a double play, we score in the first inning. But you got to give Ben Dosler a lot of credit, because when a pitcher comes in that situation, his responsibility is try to keep the score down, give his offense a chance. That's exactly what he did. I think he got, you know, 11 or 12 outs in that first game, and gave us a chance. But, you know, these guys have scored a lot of runs this year. The power is much different than what we've had in previous years. So they feel like as long as they got some outs to play with, they got a shot. So I think some of those early wins really made it a big difference for these guys, and the confidence in that they know they can score against anybody.
Just a fair warning, it's not supposed to be that easy at TD Ameritrade Park, but I guess what has been the key, I guess, this 3-game series, and maybe in your first handful here at TD to get locked into the plate like you are?
Yeah, I would for sure say weather played a pretty big factor. Wind was blown out for most of the series, so it was just good seeing the ball well as a team, I'd say, and we were just finding barrels and being able to piece some balls up in the gaps. It was nice.
Is there anything about the hitting philosophy here that matches well with you? Just kind of why? You're hitting well, so I'd imagine you feel comfortable. Maybe why do you feel so comfortable so far?
Yeah, since day one, Coach Gandossi, since arriving on campus, you've emphasized hitting barrels, finding barrels. There's also an emphasis on small ball and getting the job done, but in those certain counts, certain situations, it's very important to find a barrel and just be able to put a good swing on those balls. So that's what
came in that situation in Game 3, bases loaded, needed to get one out. I guess you take through your mindset in terms of inheriting 3 runners and not having any margin for error to work with?
You know, just when it comes down to that situation, it's just compete, and that's what Coach always preaches. And it's so comforting knowing that we have the offense that we have. So just my mindset was just get us back in there, and we'll add some runs and just pull away. So it's kind of what we did, and throw strikes and get us back in the dugout. So that's why.
What was the strategy at 3-1 when you fall behind and you realize he's a dangerous hitter and you probably can't leave anything up for him? You can't give in, but you still got to find a way to get him out because you don't have any bases open.
Yeah, just remind myself that I have the advantage as a pitcher no matter what the count is, and it's super hard to hit a baseball, and throw it in there and let our defense work, and that's what they did. So
in theory, it's super hard to hit a baseball.
Right.
Jake's doing
yeah. Well, he's still failing 65% of the time.
That's true. That's true.
What have you noticed about this team's mentality? You guys are, you're down 6 runs in that first game and fought back, and then today you bounced right back after they took the lead. Why do you think this team's been so resilient in games?
Well, there's never a doubt in our mind, and it goes back to the first series of the year when on that Sunday when we were in Little Rock, and we were down quite a few runs, and our offense is just so strong. We never have a doubt with Isaac Collins, Will Robertson, Jake Holden, Jordan Hovey, everybody, Jack Strunz, just everybody. So it's a good feeling.